In the beginning, God created the world. In just 6 days, he made the sun, the moon, the stars, the land and oceans, plants, animals, and finally, humans. He called everything good, but humans were special because they could talk with God, love, and make choices. God made a beautiful garden for the first humans, Adam and Eve. They could eat from any tree except one, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God warned them that eating from this tree would cause bad things to happen. But a sneaky snake, the cleverest of all the creatures God had made, tricked them into eating the fruit. When they ate it, everything changed. They realized they were naked and felt ashamed. Because they didn't listen, pain, sadness, and death came into the world, and God sent them out of the garden. But God didn't leave them without hope. He made a promise. One day, someone special would come to fix everything and bring them back to him. For many, many years, God's people waited for this promise. This promise was passed down through generations by heroes of faith, like Noah, who built a huge boat to save his family and animals from the great flood. Abraham, who left his home because he trusted God's promise. Moses, who led God's people out of being slaves in Egypt. And David, a young boy who defeated a giant and became a king. All these stories had something in common. They showed that God always keeps his promises and that he was planning something amazing. All the prophets who could speak God's messages told about a coming Messiah, a king who would save everyone and his kingdom would last forever. Many years later, a baby was born in a humble place, a stable where animals slept. This baby was Jesus, the one everyone had been waiting for, the hero that was promised long ago. From his first breath, it was clear he was special. Angels sang, shepherds visited, and wise men from far away brought gifts. Jesus grew up to be a man who did amazing things. He healed sick people just by touching them or speaking a word. He made blind people see, and even calmed storms. He told stories that made people think and feel differently about life. He showed love to everyone, even those who were usually ignored or disliked. But not everyone was happy with Jesus. Some were scared of the change he represented. They didn't understand he was the king God had promised and plotted against him. Jesus was betrayed by a friend, and even though he had done nothing wrong, he was punished like a criminal. Jesus died on a cross, a terrible way to die. It seemed like hope died with him. But 3 days later, something incredible happened. Jesus came back to life. This showed that not even death is more powerful than God's love. It was the proof that Jesus really was the one God sent to save us and open the way to heaven. After Jesus came back to life, he visited his friends to teach them more about God's kingdom. Then he went back to heaven, promising to send help. That help came as the Holy Spirit, guiding us to believe in Jesus so that we can be close to God again.